Hello, fellow crafters. What's going on? Clickwells here. We're in my bedroom. I just put this together. I kind of like the way it's starting to look. We got our giant bed, and we've got our end tables and our nightstands. And you know what? I can even see the vegetable garden out of the bedroom window, which I think is super cool. And the sun is starting to set, which is also nicely able to see from the bedroom window. I like this room. And you know what? We even have a kung fu poster on the wall, so it really does feel like home. This is great. It's a good start. Let's maybe have a quick sleep to pass this night, and then I will explain what we're going to be doing today. You know what I learned about myself? I really enjoy using bunk beds. And I think in real life too. I don't think that's just a Minecraft thing. Okay, here we go. Let's talk here, guys. I think what's next in this world, what's next in the progression of this game, is probably going to be the dragon fight. That's kind of looming over our head. That's something we're going to have to start preparing for soon. The biggest thing that we're going to get after we beat the dragon is probably going to be something called Elytra. If anybody here has ever played the game before, you know what Elytra is. Those are your wings. That's what we're going to use to fly around this world. It's going to make the world a lot smaller. It's going to be a lot easier to get to places. The worst thing possible is to get an Elytra, bring it home, and then not be able to use it. So I would love to have fireworks ready to go. I would love to have enchantments ready to go for it. So those are the things we're going to start to worry about before we get to the dragon. I want to do all that stuff beforehand. I want to grab my wings and be ready to go. So let's think about sugarcane first. Let's think about sugarcane. That's how you make paper. Paper is one of the 2 ingredients you need in fireworks. So we're going to build a sugarcane farm today. Now, if you are new to farms, good news. This is one of the most basic and simple farms you can make. The other good news about this is once you learn how to make a sugarcane farm, you can make a few other farms with that basic knowledge that you have already. Oops, I forgot to remove that block. I hope a villager didn't escape. Look at that. There's some sugarcane right here waiting for us. This is probably all we're going to need. I do see another piece over there. You know what? Just to make things easier on us, let's go and grab that one too. Yoink. Now, as of now, we've been keeping most of our farms, or all of our farms, I guess, over here in our little industrial district. I'm going to call it the industrial corner, because it's not really a district. It's just a little area that we put these for now to keep them away from our main house. It may be time for us to start thinking about relocating, though, only because the next farm we're going to build is actually quite a bit larger than these ones. This farm, you could build just one little section of sugarcane with an observer and a piston, but we're going to build at least 16 wide, just because if we want to make this farm efficient at all, we're going to need it to make it a little bit bigger. So let's move over to where we first began our world here, over at the spawn area, and we'll use that area to start growing our sugarcane, and that will be our industrial district from this point forward. I think the only thing that we'll maybe leave over here will be our chicken farm, just because it's so handy having the food close to home, and I hate to have to run over there every time I need a chicken. What do you guys think of right here? What about right on this island? This is where we spawned in, right over there. We've got a ship already come into port here. Maybe it's dropping something off or picking up some materials from the island here, from Industrial Island, maybe we'll call it, or Industry Island. Maybe Industry Island is better. I don't know. But this is gonna be great. We'll set up our first sugarcane farm here. You can see our house is in the distance there. It's not too far away. We can quickly make our way over here to get some materials, but it's not too close to us. I love it. This is gonna be it. Industrial Island, Industry Island. Let's go ahead and get some materials and start building. Okay, so here's what we're going to need for our farm. First things first, we're going to need pistons. Pistons are going to be what's knocking down the sugarcane. So we're going to take 32 pistons to start, 16 for each side. We may double that up, to be honest, so we may have to go and get some more stuff. We're going to need observers. 32 nether quartz is what we're going to need to get started here, because we're going to have 16 on each side as well, 1 for each piston. We're going to have redstone dust connecting those two together, and we're going to have hoppers picking up the items, and obviously we're going to have rails and powered rails and minecarts like we have with our other farms in order to pick up the items through a full block, and kind of the same way we have been, and you guys know all about that. So let's get all of our items together, and I'll meet you guys back at the build site. Welcome to Industry Island, folks. Thanks for coming. Please enjoy your stay. Try not to breathe the air, and wash your hands when you leave. This place is going to be kind of gross. We're going to make it look kind of nasty. I like the idea of making an industrial district look like an industrial district, so that's what hopefully we'll be able to do over here. This is the hole we're going to put our sugarcane farm in. I made it too deep. This is where our collection system is going to go, and we'll have the sugarcane flush with the top of the land here. So let's just get started, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to build this. I made this 5 wide. And I believe this is about 18 or so wide, but we're going to find out real quick here. I'm going to use these regular rails on the sides, because regular rails curve and powered rails don't. So if I show you right here right quick, See how the rails don't want to connect as they go sideways? These ones, so whenever you have a corner with rails, you want to use regular rails, and then you can use powered rails for straightaways. That's something to remember. It can get kind of frustrating when you're trying to make a corner and you don't realize that. So, okay, let's use powered rails only in the middle section, and we'll use regular rails on the edge so we can get that nice curve we were talking about. And I wasn't counting because that's just the kind of smartness I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we'll make the 16th one a regular rail because we're going to curve that around like the other side. Perfect. And then we'll put powered rails on this side. We're going to need a few more, it looks like. Okay, so let's go get a few more powered rails. We'll come back and we'll get this all finished up. Okay, so we've got the rest of our powered rails in place. Our whole rail line is now active. One thing we have to do now is power those powered rails. Now, what I'm going to use is a lever, or a lever, I guess, depending on where you live. Now, if we go ahead and grab some dust, I can show you guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so levers power redstone dust up to 15 blocks. So if we go ahead and flick this on, all of this dust is now turned on. You can see there's power going to it all the way to 15. Yep, you can see there's dust coming off of this line, but not here. So this is number 16. This is as far as it goes. If you ever want to test out and see how far your power is going to go, always look for these little particles. That's going to tell you if it's actually active or not. So let's go ahead and get rid of all this, and I will bring this lever down there and show you guys how that's going to power our rails. Basically, I think it powers up to 9 powered rails at once, which is going to be great because we have 16 here. So if we put it right in the middle-ish, flick it on, it's going to power every single one of our rails. If we go over here and do the same thing, it's going to power all of these rails. So now everything is powered up. We are ready to go. If we put the hopper minecart on top, it's going to spin around forever, and that's exactly what we want. So let's go ahead and start building up the next level of this farm. Okay, here's our first level of the farm, our first layer of the farm. We've done a layer of oak planks, and we put some pistons on top of them facing inward. So once these grow up, they're going to trigger an observer on top of that piston. That observer is going to send a signal into a redstone dust below it, into the block below that, which is going to power the piston, turning that on, knocking the sugarcane over and having that collected by the hopper minecart. Okay, did you follow all that? So basically what we're going to be doing is putting a observer on top. Perfect. And see how that's going to send whatever it witnesses happening in front, which is going to be the sugarcane growing up to the tallest it could be, to the 3rd layer. Then it's going to send a signal into... Actually, you know what? That's the wrong spot. Let's move that... There. Okay, it's going to send a signal into that dust. That dust is going to power this slab, which is going to power this. Let me just give you a little bit of a demonstration here. Boom. See that? Just like that. And that's going to happen throughout the entire farm. So let's go ahead and let's go put all of our we'll put all of our observers in. We'll get those all wired into the pistons below it, and it'll be right back. Okay, and that is actually basically the entire farm. So this is there's a lot of stuff left to do yet. We need to grow up the sugarcane and end up filling up the rest of these lines and everything. We're going to be putting a second layer on this just so we make sure that we have enough sugarcane. But this is going to be basically a start. We want to put some glass around here to make sure that any sugarcane that gets broken doesn't fall out of the area that's going to be collected. So this is good. This is good. Let's go ahead and start to put some finishing touches on this, and I'll be back when it's all wrapped up. Normally, I would never do this, but I'm going to destroy a little bit of this beach because we really need glass, and I don't have a desert close by. So, I'm sorry, beach. You're going to take one for the team today. And we'll pop this into the furnace real... Oh, we've got some bricks from before still. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's turn this into some glass, and we'll finish our farm. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover up this water in the center with a bit of a glass wall here. Now when the pistons fire, they're going to send the sugarcane straight down on the ground instead of into the water in front of them where they would be lost. So now we're not going to have any loss in this farm. It's going to be lossless. Nice efficiency here, and we're going to go ahead and set up the unloading system. This is where the machine is going to deposit the sugarcane into a chest. Here we're just going to do a very, very simple setup. We're going to put a hopper underneath of the rail like such, press shift, and then right click on the hopper with the rail in your hand to put that back on the rail, put that back on the hopper, and then that's going to deposit it into the chest. Now, this way is only going to deposit one sugarcane every time the hopper passes by the hopper minecart passes by the hopper. There is a way to do this with an unloading system. Basically, that uses a comparator to determine if there's something coming out of the hopper minecart, and while that's happening, it locks it in place until it's empty. That's not really necessary with this farm. It's not really going to be that efficient. It's not going to cause a backlog, so we don't really need to do something like that. But for now, we're going to sit and watch and see if the first harvest is going to take place here. Shouldn't be that much longer, I think. We've been waiting here for, I think, about 2 days Minecraft time. There we go. Okay, perfect. It's gonna get sucked up into the minecart, deposited into the chest. Beautiful. The great thing about this farm is we can use that recently harvested sugarcane to propagate the other side of the farm, so we don't have to go out and find all the sugarcane. It should only take about 1 cycle for you guys to finish this, which is fantastic. Let's be efficient. So we're gonna go ahead and cover the other side up with glass when we're all done, and that's going to be it. And that's gonna do it for today, mate. I couldn't even finish it with a straight face. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this video right here. I've got the house in the back right there. You can see the sugarcane farm on Industry Island in the back left. We're gonna fill this whole island up. We'll build a nice bridge here. We'll make it look all ugly and obviously fix this ship up so it looks like it's been delivering stuff. I love this idea, guys. I love the idea of the lore of this island, so let's keep that going. You know what? Right over my shoulder in the water might be a great spot for our new general mob farm, to be honest. I think that's a great spot for it. But those things are pretty butt ugly, so you guys are going to have to tell me what you think about how we can maybe dress that up and look a little prettier. But alright, I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks so much for your review. Thanks for coming. Press that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I really love when you leave a comment, so make sure to let me know what you guys think of this farm here. Maybe you can help with somebody else make it a little bit more efficient. Maybe something I did wrong. Let us know. Let us know. Okay, guys, stay well, stay safe. Love you tons. Peace. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.